Guys, about a couple of months ago, I found out that this thing, like this hobby, this like odd skill existed called geoguessing. Okay. And ever since then, I have refused to basically ever share images of anywhere near where I live, right? Under any circumstance, bro. I'm like, listen, these people can look at your image and tell you nearly exactly where you are. Give them 2 minutes. They're going to find your house. They're going to find every single aspect of your life if they really wanted to, right? These people are scary. They exist. I'm happy for them. They found something that they love doing, right, in life, right? But just keep this in mind. If you don't know what these individuals are, I'm sure you're about to find out based off the title of this video here, guys. Right? But either way, listen. The surprising lessons of the GeoGuessr World Championship. Okay. And it's a suggestion via Discord. Let's go and check it out. Let's go and jump into this immediately. Oh, no.
Imagine landing nearly anywhere in the world without being told where, but you can still pinpoint your exact location from only a few seemingly nondescript clues. A dedicated group of online players can do just that, often within seconds.
Guys.
Nancy Chen is here with more. Nancy, tell us all about it.
Hey, good morning, Michelle. The game is called GeoGuessr, and this weekend, its best competitors are duking it out for the top spot at the World Cup in Sweden. As we learned, it not only gives players a challenge in memorizing landscapes around the globe, it also helps them see things around them in a more thoughtful way.
I only ever pay attention to sidewalks if they're really strange or distinctive looking.
Like what,
Yeah.
in Kazakhstan?
Portugal, for example.
As we climb the hillside of Berkeley, California, it's clear that for Jake Lyons, life is a giant game of I Spy.
If we just got dropped here, what clues would you be looking at to know where we are?
Street signs,
Well,
probably.
there's all kinds of stuff. I can tell we're in the U.S. just from the general architecture, the houses that I'm seeing here, the road lines, the double yellow road lines are very, very common in the U.S. But I think the best clue here is this electricity pole here. You can see these 3 horizontal yellow stripes.
I figured it.
99% of the time, if you see these, you're in California.
The devil is in the details, and Lyons' attention to them have made the 24-year-old
Ladies and gentlemen,
one of the top geoguessers in the world,
notice I was 16 points from rank 1. Are we in Tallinn?
with fans tuning in to watch him tackle one challenge
All right.
Nah.
after another.
Nah.
The Accra, but it doesn't feel right to me. Yes! It's done!
I don't like it. I just don't like it, bro.
Players are placed anywhere in more than 100 countries through Street View on Google Maps, leaving them to guess their location using only the images around them. Suddenly, street signs, flora, and road surfaces, even the sun angle, become valuable
The
clues
sun angle, bro?
as the clock ticks for the site's 15 million monthly visitors.
It's a way to discover the world and get in touch with its beauty and diversity. And
That's fun.
GeoGuessr is just a way to really experience that from your own home.
E73 is here.
When people ask me what GeoGuessr is, I have to tell them it's a video game, but it really is so much more than that. to me.
Right.
A self-professed geography nerd, as a child, Lyons studied maps for fun and recently graduated from Northwestern University
Fun.
with not one major, but 3, plus 2 minors.
There's a sign right there.
With an exclamation point, unfortunately.
Like many of the top players, he's devoted thousands of hours to studying. That includes memorizing the world's obscure corners through websites meticulously created by a community of geoguessers.
A lot of what it comes down to, getting good at this game, is just how much time you put into it.
Guys.
I've spent just countless hours learning things like studying cities in different countries, learning how to read certain languages.
Järvikeskus. And keskus just means centers.
I'm currently learning Thai or learning how to read things like Russian.
You're learning languages for this game.
I'm not learning how to speak.
All right, so basically he's going to turn himself into some type of like polymath, guys. Here's the thing, though, guys. I like the fact that there are people that are dedicating their lives to something that is actually mentally enriching them. Right? I love that aspect specifically of the game itself, right? You love geography. This is probably something really good for you specifically, right? But if you now are getting to the point where you can look at any image on this planet, basically, somebody can take any image, and if they show street signs or like road signs or anything that is like specifically that shows that area, bro, no. Listen, going forward, careful of the photos you post online. All right, that's just the reality. The crazy part about that is that there's actually an app that you can like input any online image into, and it'll basically give you an overall guesstimate on where that image is. All right, these things exist now. Like we are no longer safe to post images online. Just be careful. That's where we are, right? Because before you could just post something random, and people would not really know any better. Really, I'm sure if they did, they were probably working for the government by all means, right? But now the fact that this is so big that I'm guessing they're pulling sponsorships for a world championship, that means that this is going to become common knowledge over time, right? But all right, let's get it.
Scary. That's the cool thing about it for me. It's like I'm learning real things about the world.
Skills he put to the test on a global scale against other top contenders.
Right, and you have an
Last year, the game held
audience.
its first ever World Cup with the finale in Stockholm. A months-long tournament narrowing down GeoGuessr's best players, including from Australia to Asia to the Americas.
People play GeoGuessr from all over the world.
Yeah, they do.
We met with Daniel and Tal while he visited New York. The Swede founded GeoGuessr with college classmates 10 years ago.
Are you good at GeoGuessr?
No, I'm super bad.
Because it's a hard game.
Yeah, I'm good at Sweden.
Oh man, what is this?
It's since turned into the world's top browser-based game, available in 11 languages.
We have hills.
When we started it, we thought that we need to have like a lot of location in cities, also a lot of famous places and stuff. But the good players, they are getting so good at the game, so that we need to limit the information in the images that they get.
And the players are getting really good.
Yeah, this guy right here is the guy that scares the life out of me. Right? Like, listen, bro, I'm happy you exist. I'm glad that you're really good at all these things, bro. Like I see the shorts of him regularly, and again, this man is like the scariest man on the planet.
But none are quite as famous as Trevor Rainbolt, known as just Rainbolt. And yes, that's his actual name. We talked to him from GeoGuessr Studios in Stockholm.
I had to make sure that it wasn't a typo. You can guess images within 0.1 seconds.
0.1 second. That's kind of what blew me up on TikTok and Instagram.
Rainbolt's videos pinpointing locations rack up as many as 33 million views.
Made it to the top, brother. Look at that.
Dude, it's surreal.
They've allowed him to turn it into a full-time gig and explore the world.
This is what the middle of nowhere in Laos looks like.
The Arkansas native's virtual voyages becoming real-life ones as well.
There's no real street view coverage in Laos, so everything we see is new.
You started playing GeoGuessr before you traveled and left the country for the first time.
The game of GeoGuessr was kind of the way I would travel, especially during COVID. It was like the next best thing. Sometimes I would take trips around the U.S., but I get curious about the rest of the world, and GeoGuessr kind of filled that curiosity for me.
Well, listen, guys, I'm someone who has a lot of stamps, over 100 stamps on my passport. I can definitely tell you this right now. Get out and see the world. And if this actually pushed him to experience the world for the first time, like in a meaningful manner, then I'm happy for him, bro. But I still think that he's dangerous. That doesn't change, right? It doesn't change anything at all. But I'm glad that he's experienced the world. Hopefully I'll see him out there one day.
Year-old has since visited 23 countries and moved to Thailand last year. That's where he now uses his skills beyond the game to help others for challenges, big and small.
Okay. The greatest sandwich I've ever had.
That includes finding a bagel shop after someone posted it was the best sandwich of his life and refused to share the location.
And I'm not telling you where it's from.
I will. It's an egg, cheese, and avocado bagel from Bagel Market on 168 William Street in New York City. You walked approximately...
Rainbolt tracked it down and got a sandwich named after him.
You see what I'm talking about, bro? Do you see that? This is the scary part.
Other deeds have had deeper impacts.
Follower reached out where he only had one photo of his mom because he was adopted and he didn't really know anything about her besides this one photo. And I was able to locate where that photo was, and that kind of led him on to another route to learn more about his mom and where she was from. And that was probably the first one that was like really, really meaningful, that had actual impact.
Driving direction should help you guys.
A virtual universe.
I love the fact that he did that and does that. But, right?
Whose real-life footprint continues to expand.
Probably right around there.
Including for lions.
What has surprised you as you've gotten to know all these different landscapes and cityscapes around the world?
How much money governments pay for your brain?
I think what surprised me most is really just how much
people pay for your brain
out there. There's just so much to the world, and there's so much to every little part of it. All of the languages, the people, the cultures, the landscapes. Every place is different. It feels like the type of thing where eventually you've seen everything, but that isn't how it feels. It really feels just like it goes on forever.
It just infuses you with such wonder about the world and about the situation and the surroundings even around you. Like, how often are you thinking about the light pole in your neighborhood?
Never.
And a yearning to explore.
Never.
Oh, but you're right. Also, just looking at things in your area that you didn't notice
that you take in.
But Rainbolt,
I mean,
it's like
unbelievable.
special.
Yeah.
The
picture, it's like...
I don't know how.
I don't even get that.
Grass,
I don't get
off
it.
of the hillside, off of sometimes just a street sign.
I feel like they have like CIA teams devoted to finding these locations.
They need him.
And he does it
Yeah,
better.
definitely.
They're very
Definitely.
Thanks, Nan.
Message. Here's the thing, guys. Just going forward, just be careful, okay, with the images you share online. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, guys. Like, make sure there's nothing like that noticeable in the images, right? Like, pay attention to signs being there, right? Special, fauna or flora. Keep that in mind, right? But all right, listen, guys, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I definitely am someone who I'm happy for the people that are using this to push them to see the world. I'm happy on that aspect. But when it comes to like where this is going to go from here, I don't know. All right, let me know in the comments. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.